Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is another design review blog. Today, here we are going to talk about, since today is January 31st, we're going to talk about the Kobe model, the Kobe line, specifically the Kobe 5, the Kobe 8, and maybe we'll get into the Kobe 10 a little bit. So, the Kobe 5 is really the shoe I want to focus the most on today. Kobe 5 was the first Kobe model that I ever had. It came out in 2009, I believe. And the Kobe 5 actually, I wasn't really sure I wanted it, but it ended up being like probably my most favorite basketball shoe to ever play in. There's things that I would like to see improvements on, which I do think they've done since the 5 now to the 10, but specifically Kobe 5 compared to the Kobe 8, the Kobe 5 has a little bit of a little higher ankle cut. After the 4, I think the 4 was even higher than that. So the 4 was the first low top basketball shoe, really changed the game as far as anybody who was concerned about going to low or wasn't sure that a low top shoe could support you in basketball the way that a high top could. But when Kobe went low, everybody else obviously followed for a reason, and I think it really changed the basketball sneaker game for the better. So the Kobe 5, here we have a Lunarlon midsole with a Phylon outrigger, and the upper is composed of like it's almost like a Hyperfuse type synthetic, but it just doesn't have the Hyperfuse meshing. And the piece here around the pinky toe, it comes up on the lateral side as well as on the medial side here. They both are fused on, and as they come up the eyelet row here, both fused uppers, single solid one-piece upper with perforations here on the toe box, and some fly wire underneath, which was really for strength and durability. I think people forget about the fly wire on the Kobe 5s actually. The 4s was pretty noticeable because they hadn't gone to a one-piece upper. It was still like kind of embedded into the upper the way the 4 was made in the mesh. The 5 also has a really nice tongue where it's almost like a booty. It's a sewn collar, and then it has a really nice plush part right here on the inside of the collar and the inner lining. But then the meshing here as you go down under the laces is like almost like a Pro Combat type mesh foam that was fused between 2 layers of mesh, which is really comfortable, and it's really nice and lightweight. It gives it a lot of breathability as far as your forefoot goes. The 5, the collar, the heel counter here on the back was just a TPU plastic with Kobe's name inscribed in it. Whereas if you want to look at the 8, the 5 is a little bit just pretty much solely on the heel, but the 8 has a little bit nicer, if you ask me, a little bit nicer counter where it wraps all the way around the heel here, giving a nice amount of lockdown on the heel. And then I do really like the detail here with the Kobe logo on the back underneath the heel counter. But the 5 also has a nice little Achilles pad, which was really comfortable. Just a nice little touch that they added. I think that, if you ask me, it's still something that they could add to I don't think they had it on the 6, the 7, the 8s, and especially now the 10s is something I would really prefer to see. Another thing that I really noticed when I took these shoes out and really examined them together was the difference. I'll try and show you so you guys can see it against my shirt, but the difference in the width of the foot. The Kobe 5 is much wider, and the outrigger is much bigger. I think that the area, the surface area that the Kobe 5 gave you was a much more secure platform than the 8. If the 8 was a little bit wider, I think it might have been even better. Like, I love the 8, but something about the 5, as far as the security and the lockdown it gave me, with the, like I said, the sewn-in tongue and that kind of stuff, is just something more than the 8. The 8 is so concentrated on lightweight that I think they got away from a little bit of the comfort, which for me comes when I need that when I'm playing. And the 5 was a really nice balance of both lightweight design and comfort. And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, it's one of my favorite, if not my favorite basketball shoes to ever play in. I mean, really, the Kobe 5 and the Kobe line, the 7, the 8, the 6, and the 10. The 10 especially, obviously, if you guys have seen pictures so far, the 10 is pure performance. And I do love that the Kobe line is that way, because I think sometimes the Nike right now is a little bit too focused on fashion trends and that kind of stuff. And there are people out there that really do care about the performance of their basketball shoe, such as Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant, you know, puts on his shoes only what he wants on his shoes, and that's one reason I like him as a basketball player, and especially like his shoes. So I'm happy to see the Kobe 10 be all about performance. Do I wish there was a little bit more something there as far as aesthetics? I think there would be. It would be nice. That's why I love the 5 so much. The 5 is, as I've said before, and I'll say it many times, that the 5 is one of my favorite all-time basketball shoes. And that's pretty much about it for this episode. But next week I'll bring something else a little bit older back, probably, just to try and bring out the old stuff first, and then, because obviously everybody knows about the Jordans and stuff like that, but when you get to basketball shoes, there's so many different models, and besides Jordans, that really have a great design element and design story to them, like so many other Kobes. So you guys can, if you want to, check out my new sneaker design page. As I told you before, I want to be a sneaker designer someday. So my website is now actually live. It's bmfootweardesigns.com. Go ahead and check that out. And if you guys want to check it out and give me a comment, there's a comment box on the front page of my website. Also, my Instagram is b_mullen24, and you guys are more than welcome to like anything on my Instagram and like the videos here on my YouTube. And you guys can subscribe to both. You guys can to follow me on Instagram and like me here on YouTube and follow me here. So I'll see you.